want to talk about getting online reviews for your book. Now, the question is why? Why would you want reviews? And the simple answer to that is that it shows that people have read your book and it provides a third-party view of your book to other people who may want to buy your book. Now, where do you want online reviews? The main place would be anywhere that your book sells. So if you've released it as an Amazon book, as a Kindle book, then you want your reviews on Amazon. If you've released it as an EPUB via the Apple iBook store, you want your reviews on the iBook store. If you've released it via Smashwords, you want your reviews on Smashwords or Google Play, wherever. If you've released it everywhere, then just get reviews wherever you can. Now, they're important for helping people understand more about the book than just what your blurb tells them. So your blurb will be biased towards the people that you think are going to like your book, but you just never know who else might like it. Most people, when they release a book, they'll be asking their family and friends to read it and put up a review initially, because it's hard to get people to buy a book that doesn't have reviews. Someone has to take a gamble on it sooner or later, so usually it's family and friends first. So when you're asking your family and friends to leave a review, what should you be asking them? Number one, please don't ask them to leave a 5-star review, okay? There's 2 reasons for that. First of all, it's not fair on your family and friends. They might read your book and there might be 2 reasons why they don't want to leave a 5-star review. 1, they may not like it, okay? Or 2, they may like it, but they just may not feel that it's worth 5 stars. So you're putting them in a difficult place if you're asking them for a 5-star review. Now, from an outsider's point of view, you don't want 5-star reviews from your family and friends, because people looking to buy your book can usually pick a review from family and friends, especially when they're in those first 10 to a dozen reviews. They're really obvious. And as a book buyer, I know that if I'm on Amazon and I see a review, I can click on that reviewer's name and see what other reviews they've left for other books and other products. So if I click on the first 10 reviews of your book and every person has left no reviews for anything else on Amazon, or if they've only left 2 or 3 reviews or 4 or 5 here or there, I'm not really going to pay too much attention to them, because they're clearly not serious reviewers. They're not perhaps giving it the thought that they would, and especially if their reviews are all, 5 stars, singing, dancing, glowing. So when you ask your friends and family to leave a review, you've got to ask them for an honest review. Tell them not to repeat the synopsis, okay? There is nothing more boring for a person looking to buy a book than to read a rehash of the plot line. Mary met Billy, they did this, they fell in love, they went overseas. I don't want to know the storyline. I want to know what the book has going for it. Is this an unusual take? Was the dialogue better than you'd normally read? Was it less predictable than a normal romance? What was it about this book that made it good for you? Now, the other thing you want to ask your family and friends to do is to point out something that didn't float their boat, okay? There are very few books that everyone is going to like and agree on that they're perfect. So most of us will read a book and we'll think, okay, that was really good, but would have been better if this, or it would have been better if the author had done that, or if the lead character had this quality or trait or something. So if your reviewers can leave something not necessarily critical, but less all singing and dancing, if they can sort of say something about the book that they weren't so keen on, then that helps other people read that and see, well, that's a bit of a balanced review, okay? Now, eventually you're going to get real reviews, okay? People are going to buy the book and they're going to leave real reviews. If you're a first-time author, be grateful for every 3-star review you get. For every 4-star review, be super grateful. And if you get third-party 5-star reviews, bonus, triple bonus. Okay, now, whatever you do, don't comment on reviews. Doesn't matter how nice they are, don't comment on them. Even if they ask a question, don't comment on them. If they ask a question, you'll often find other reviewers may jump in and answer that question for you. The difficulty is if you start responding to positive reviews, what are you going to do when you get negative reviews? and the rule is don't respond to negative reviews, okay? People are entitled to their opinion. You will get 1 and 2 star reviews, okay? If you don't get 1 and 2 star reviews, again, it doesn't look like a wide variety of people have read your book. So when you start getting 1 and 2 star reviews, so long as those reviews actually state what they didn't like about the book, that will deter other people from buying your book who are looking for the same thing that these people are looking for. And that will save you getting more 1 and 2 star reviews. So for instance, say you wrote a romance and there was a bit of erotica in it. Not a lot, it was basically a romance, but you had that bit of erotica in it. So you marked it an 18+ book. So, you know you don't want 15-year-olds reading it. It's just a little bit too spicy for them. You might get someone who's bought the book on the grounds that you've mentioned perhaps in your blurb that there's a bit of erotica. And their review might say that, well, you know, not much erotica, a bit of a waste as far as I'm concerned, it was all bloody romance. Well, that will actually stop other people looking for masses of erotica from buying your book, which will save you getting more negative reviews. But people who are looking for romance with a bit of added spice, they'll be more inclined to buy the book. So a negative review can actually work positively for you. So don't just look at a negative review and think, oh my God, the world's ended, I've got a negative review. It happens, deal with it, but walk away. What you shouldn't do is engage, and especially if they're trolls. You will, if you are successful, every successful author gets trolls. Now, your trolls are the people who just, as the kids of today say, haters gonna hate, okay? They're gonna leave negative reviews, but some of them you're gonna think, did you even read the book? And they'll leave ridiculous reviews. There'll be things like, I expected more from this first-time author. We actually had one of our authors, somebody left a review like that on her book. I expected more from this first-time author. They're a first-time author. How could you expect more? Obviously, they knew the author and they were annoyed that she'd released a book, or they were jealous, who knows. But they've actually done themselves more harm than good. So if you get reviews like that, just ignore them. They're trolls, they're not nice people. They should have their reviewing privileges revoked. The only time you should ever deal with a negative review is if it is irrelevant to the book. Okay, so if they say something, perhaps we had an author once where somebody put up a review and said something about the author's mental health issues. Now that is just not on. Whether the author had mental health issues or not, now as far as I'm concerned, she didn't. I've always found her to be fine, really well balanced. So we felt that that was inappropriate because that was a comment on the author herself. So we contacted Amazon. We actually looked at that reviewer's reviews, and they'd left similar reviews. They'd only reviewed about half a dozen things across the whole of Amazon. And they'd left similar reviews on another product about the person's mental health issues. So we contacted Amazon and said, look, we're not, upset about the negative review, it's the comment, it's inappropriate, what can be done about it? And they removed it, and they actually deleted that reviewer's reviewing privileges. So there is a line. If somebody crosses it, you're within your rights to ask for the review to be reviewed and to ask what can be done about it. And quite often, if it is, just off, it will be removed. But remember that haters are going to hate, but conversely, likers are going to like. So, if you've written a book that appeals to people, it will find its level, as my father-in-law used to say, and it will find its audience, and they'll be happy to buy it. And in time, the good reviews will outweigh the bad. And when you start getting, say, 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, good versus bad, you've made it. So that's my thoughts from the Mosh Pit today. I'm Jenny Mosher. Thanks for listening.